This video is a visual journal where I take a car that most consider an unreliable vehicle and drive it 2,500 miles to Montana and back to California. Risky? Yes. Smart? Not quite, but I did it anyway. I gotta say, it definitely had its challenges, but in the end, it was worth it. And the best part of it all is I had a blast doing it. Alright guys, today's the day. Well, today is not the day, but tomorrow morning I'm gonna be setting out on a road trip in the 2G Eclipse. I might be doing the unthinkable, or someone already advised me against it, but you know what, man? I believe in this car. This thing has taken me places already, and so it's just a goal of mine that I want to drive this from Cali all the way to Great Falls, Montana. My grandma lives out there, so that's where I'll be going. I'll be visiting her. But today I went through and prepped the car, oil change, everything is pretty new on this. The clutch, the flywheel, fuel injector, spark plugs, like everything's been ran through. Timing belt has been done. So today was just bleed the clutch, do the oil change. Right now I just checked my tire pressures, bumped them up a bit because I just got brand new tires and I want to preserve them a little bit, preserve the grip. I just adjusted the suspension and put my compression all the way soft for the girlfriend because, I'll have to soften it up. Got all my film gear. I'm going to try to document this trip the best that I can to the best of my ability because I don't have a film car. I don't have anybody filming me. It's just going to be me and Elisa. Julian's not coming. So a lot of it's going to be GoPro in-cabin footage, and I'll do my best to record and, show you guys, bring you guys along on this journey. Show you guys what I'm bringing with me on the trip. In the trunk's going to be my essentials. So if you see here, I'm just bringing my whole toolbox, or tool bag if you will. It's got all the stuff that I use whenever I work on the car. I keep everything I need in here. So I got that, and this is the first time ever, but I'm gonna be driving with my jack just because. Not that I feel like anything's gonna go wrong, but you just never know. But even you got to think about if you get a flat tire. I'm gonna have to take the wheel off because I do have a plug kit. So I got a plug kit, got my tools, got a jack, got some oil, power steering fluid, and I got a little tire pump thing, compressor. Yeah, the only thing left that I need to get is I'm gonna go to O'Reilly's and I'm gonna get some bug and tar remover because as soon as I hit Idaho, I'm gonna be getting them giant sized dinosaur bugs hitting the front of the car. So I'm gonna need to wipe those off at like every time I fill up. Other than that, man, I'm excited. More excited than I am nervous, which is a good thing. I have faith, I have confidence. I did this once on a motorcycle and now I'm gonna do it on the Eclipse. So, can't wait. So I'll see y'all tomorrow morning when we hit the road. Let's get it.
4:40 in the morning. Too early because today is Monday. So that means LA traffic. Trying to beat that, trying to beat as much of the heat as we can. Our first stop, well, our only stop, is Salt Lake City. So it's about a 9 to 10 hour drive from here to Salt Lake. We'll be spending the night there, and then from on Tuesday morning, it's just gonna be a straight shot to Great Falls. Let's do it, man. Here's the old girl.
Well, here we are, guys. We're on the road to Montana, but first, Salt Lake City. So the Eclipse is in full road trip mode. What does that mean? Well, the car was tuned 300 horsepower, I'm just gonna say, on 26 or 27 pounds of boost. But now we turned it all the way down. So the car's only gonna go up to about, right now 12 PSI. Because we don't need all that power. We road tripped it. It's not about horsepower.
We're at 14 air fuel ratio, everybody.
That's good numbers. That's good numbers. We want that. Yeah, it's not about horsepower, baby. It's about gas mileage, baby. So, yeah. Boost is down. Suspension is soft. So it can take all the bumps. Because it ain't about hitting corners. We ain't... Dramatic suspension effect about a camera woman. Freeway is looking beautiful right now. No traffic. We just smooth sailing. So, I'm excited. Feels good. I feel great. This feels so cool.
Dream come true. Elisa Cam.
This drive was definitely going to put the car through its paces, as it has never driven in such hot temperatures, and for the duration of which I would be driving, I definitely had to compensate for the car's overheating issues that I'd soon face. Alright guys, checking in here. We are about just hit 207 miles into the trip. Now, one little thing I want to point out here, so modified car, front mount intercooler. So when you got a modified car and it's the thick of the summer, well, you got to be a little strategic. Obviously, we're going to need to use AC at some point. The car will start to run kind of hot with the AC on in this weather, so I have to drive a little slower when I use the AC, prevent it from getting super hot. You know, you don't want to run the car super hot. It's healthier for it to run cooler, so that's what we got to do, you know. I was cruising around 75 and now I'm cruising at 65. Took it down a notch so we don't have to sweat. Just the little things you got to do, you know. That's all. Other than that, everything's smooth and sweet. Almost to Vegas though. Well, we made it to Vegas. Well, sort of Vegas, but we're probably 20 something miles away from Vegas. Elisa hasn't seen the 7 Magic Mountains. She doesn't really care. She could do or go without it. But I'm like, let's just stop by and check it out real quick. Since it's on the way and we're not planning to see anything in Salt Lake, so might as well stop here real quick. So we're gonna go check that out and yeah. Got something to say for the folks?
No.
Alright. Here we are. 7 Magic Mountains. Bam! Made it 267 miles in. We got about 435 more miles to go till we get to Salt Lake. But that ain't nothing but a piece of cake. Rolling.
Action.
Woo! You guys, this has become a mission. I did not realize. As you can see, I got the hazards going. We're going 50 miles an hour. 50 miles an hour. The speed limit here on this highway is 80 miles an hour. Now, we were driving for maybe 2 hours in 107 degree weather. 107 degrees. So I really had to slow down because it's just so hot. It doesn't get that hot in California. And the car was just hazards on. We pulled off the road to go to Sonic to get a slushie.
Slushy!
Yeah, sounded like the best thing in the world. Get to Sonic's, pull in, press the button, wait about 15 minutes, I don't know, for them to answer us, and then they tell us before we can even order that their system is down and we can't take your order. So we had to leave. Got back on the freeway, struggling, sweating, still 100-degree weather, and as soon as we hit Cedar City, 91 degrees, baby. 91 ain't never felt so good in my life.
I know a place where we can go. It's just around the corner. And I say, oh,
Hero!
it's a
Nice. Not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. Pineapple was aight. Should have got the orange, but 3 more hours to the Airbnb in Salt Lake, so we're getting back on the road. But thank God it cooled down. Breeze, no more 100-degree weather. Let's get it. I checked the oil. It definitely needed some oil. Put the oil. I wiped up the front end because, you know, I got to keep her looking good. And yeah, so now we're about to get back on the road.
Okay.
Well, guys, we finally made it to Utah. Well, I'm sorry. No, we finally made it to Salt Lake City. It took us a minute, but in the end, we made it successfully. Car did great, other than it being 110 degrees. We had to drive like 55 miles an hour, but man, other than that, really impressed with the car. And looking forward to tomorrow's drive to complete. Well, not to complete, but it'll be halfway. Once we get to Montana tomorrow, halfway, because still gotta make it back home. But she's performing like a champ. I just checked the oil, checked underneath the car for leaks. She's all good to go. We're about to turn into the Airbnb right here. This nice, lovely little house. AC on blast. So I think we're gonna try and leave early tomorrow morning to beat the heat. We're gonna go ahead and get on in here. Nothing else to it but to do it, just drive. I kind of want to try and find some water weather and like put some more into the car to help the hot temperatures, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe not. I don't even know if they have that out here. In the back right here. And then it's down there in the dungeon. See you tomorrow morning in the car. I'll be right back at it again. We just had our first little thing here. It's currently like, well, it's 5 in the morning now. Turns out we have I guess it's a super small puncture in the front right tire, because when we start to get on the road, the car was pulling to the right, get to a gas station, look at the tire, it's freaking flat. It was down to like 10 psi, so pumped it all the way back up, jacked up the car a little bit so we can roll the wheel. Didn't hear any leak, so it's got to be so small. So we're just gonna keep driving, and you know, we'll just check it every time we go to a gas station. And when I get to my grandma's, I'll have to take the actual wheel off and then take my time looking for it. A little soapy water will reveal the leak, so we're gonna get rolling again into the night. Officially in Idaho, baby. We got about 5 more hours until we get to Montana. This is essential right here on a road trip, man. One of these, you don't have to worry. You can be on the side of the road, you can put air in your tires. Now that we had reached Idaho, the drive from here on out would be way more pleasant, smooth, and easier. As we got past the hottest section of the journey, it was pretty much smooth sailing from here. Car was doing great. We were having a good time. And at this point, we had reached 1,000 miles, the most I've ever driven the car straight. 1,000 miles, y'all. The Eclipse done put 1,000 miles, and we're officially in Montana. Well, 1,200 miles later, I knew she could do it. I knew we could do it. And we done did it. We made it to Great Falls, Montana, baby! 2G Eclipse in Montana, dog. What's cracking? Woo-hoo! Yes. Yes. This is exciting. This is exciting. It's been quite the drive these past 2 days, but damn, we have made it. Today was so much. What the fuck? Car just shut off. Uh-oh. Hold on. I'm trying to start her back up. Oh shit. Oh. You got that on tape? I just put it in neutral and rolled to a stop. And for some reason she
didn't like that.
Yeah, she just died. Yeah. Anyway, I want to hear it celebrating, and that happens.
What does that sound?
It's the fuel pump. I think after like hours and hours of running, I don't know. I noticed it gets louder. So it could be hot. I don't know. But yeah. Today was a much better drive than yesterday. Yesterday was like sweaty, hot, couldn't use the AC. Today was just so enjoyable. It was cool the whole time. No 90-degree weather. I don't even think we ran into the 80s. It was just so pleasant. But we did it, man. So we're 3 minutes away from my grandma's house, and we'll finally get to chill. She's gonna be excited.
Check on the tire.
Yeah, I'm gonna check on that tire, and then I noticed in my rear tire there's a thorn or something in it. So
Really?
yeah,
And I'm gonna work on the tan on my left side of my body.
oh yeah. But yep, in 4 minutes we'll be at my grandma's. Well, we did it. The Eclipse made it to Montana. And if you're wondering about that tire thing, it was just the valve cap was making air leak out of the valve stem. Who would have knew? And if you're wondering if I made it back home, we did. But I will say this. About 2 weeks after getting home, my clutch line went out. And soon after that, my clutch plate actually broke. I had to drop the transmission and replace it with a new clutch. And I currently believe that my fuel pump has gone bad because the car is running lean. All in all, from what I've learned, or from what I realize now, is that I won't be doing another road trip like this again. I I definitely don't recommend it because I definitely got lucky. But hey, that's what it's all about. You never know if you can do something unless you try.